Namaste, Jai Bharat. If you've noticed a thing, last couple of days, especially the last debate in Parliament on WAQF bill, the Congress parties issued a whip that all members should be or must be present, which is categorically mandatory. The whip was categorical and the presence was mandatory, but Priyanka Vadra was not to be seen. She was in Delhi. Evening she is said to have, this is what someone says, had gone for dinner with the mother somewhere, but did not go to Parliament. And her official phone was switched off from morning to evening, so long as this debate or the process of discussion was going on in the Parliament. Similarly, Rahul also was not to be seen in Parliament. It seems she attended, but she didn't go. It seems he went to Parliament, but remained in the opposition leaders' room. Didn't go to Parliament. That's what I come to understand. Why? It's the same Priyanka Vadra who had gone to Parliament with the Palestine bag, if you remember some time back, carrying a bag on her shoulder which very clearly writes Palestine, making an impression on the radical Islam that we are in support of Pakistan, Palestine, and implicitly Hamas. These are all political gimmicks to obtain support of the minority, that Muslim community. And of course, but now these two were absent. You know why? Priyanka and Rahul, of course, now he was elected from UP, but prior to that, he was elected from Kerala. And Priyanka was, of course, when he resigned that, when he got the other seat from UP elected, he resigned that post and that MPship of that place. And then Priyanka contested and won. Congress took it all right, but the place is in Kerala. Why not? She is an MP from Kerala officially. Now, why she didn't show her face at all there? Why? And why Rahul also didn't show his face at all there? In spite of an existing whip of the Congress party, that all members should be present. Why? Because there's something that happened. There's a Catholic Bishops Conference, or Kerala Catholic Bishop, some kind of Sankatan is there, some kind of organization is there. They issued a notice, rather they spoke very clearly, do not vote against WAQF. They were dead against, or they are dead against the WAQF board, because they are, the Catholics of Kerala, the Christians of Kerala, are equally sufferers because of this WAQF Act, along with many Muslims and Hindus. And the Catholics were losing the hold grip, and they were slowly getting fed up to the teeth with the radical Islam and political Islam, both. They had been speaking, officially the Catholic bishops did not say anything, but from the Christian sector, there was serious opposition against radical Islam and political Islam. People were speaking, and the bishops' council, I think it's called KCBC or something, I'm not very sure, Kerala Catholic Bishops Council or something, if I'm not wrong, I'm not very sure, the expansion, I'm not very sure. They were not really giving any statements. Normally, they don't give such harsh statements. They kind of, a neutral, soft stand without really using harsh expressions, categorical expressions. But this time, they went to the maximum to say, in maximum possible strong words, that Catholics should not be in support of WAQF. They should vote for the WAQF amendment bill. And all the MPs get elected from Kerala, Congress MPs, are supported mostly by the Catholics. The Hindus' votes are helter skelter, thither hither. Muslims' votes always go to one direction, we all know. And the Christian votes were rather mixed, would go to Congress, and they are not great supporters of communism, because communism is somehow draws swords down against Christianity, especially the Catholic Church. They don't get along well, right? Historically, though there is no explicit conflict, they don't really get along well one another for various reasons possible. And this time, the Catholic bishops gave a very clear directions that one has to support the WAQF Amendment Act bill in the Parliament. So the helpless Congress MPs had to speak, and what I understand is that Venu Gopal did not usually speaks more than his height and weight, but did not speak much. Shashi Tharoor was silent. I don't know if he was present or not, but I don't think he spoke. In spite of, I don't know if he was present or not. I hardly observe these things. But these two people were absent because they, Italians, for the Catholic Church, they are Italian connection people. Sonia's children, Italian connection people, who were in good books of Catholics and who were supported by Catholics. And if you go, they would excuse if you go around with a Palestine bag on your shoulder and making many tweets supporting Palestinians to all those things. But then this time they took a stand, and these people, if they go, they scared. Who scared? Both Priyanka and Rahul, they were scared. That's why they did not show their faces. They didn't want their faces to be shown in the cameras which goes from Parliament. Good. I did not know how you call them as Gandhi. For whatever reasons, they have no connections to Gujarat, except the fact that Rajiv's father is from Junagadh. Firoz Jahangir Khan is supposed to be from Junagadh. That's one connection. Other than that, they have no connections to Gujarat. And Gandhis are essentially Gujaratis. They still carry the title for whatever reasons. Of course, we all know, and one should not do that. You carry a title which is not yours. If you go to Banaras to qualify, write an exam, Shastri exam, and qualify as a Shastri, we have seen that the followers keep writing Shastri legitimized. This man has not passed qualified Shastri exam from Banaras, but then he writes Shastri because one of his ancestors, like one of my ancestors too, had qualified Shastri exams from Varanasi. And there are so many Saraswats in Bharat. They have their ancient link to river Saraswati. You find Saraswati all over the world. They even find Gauda Saraswats, and this is a different connection, very interesting. These things are all right, but suddenly just pick up a title from anywhere. We have a tradition of taking the title of teachers, gurus, like Shankaracharya. Many people call Shankaracharya as Shankara Bhagavad because his guru was Govinda Bhagavad. So it is perfectly right that they call him a Shankara Bhagavad because we have a tradition of taking the title from Guru, and not only title, even Gotra from Guru. These things are all right. But this Gandhi title is very spurious. Gandhi was never the Guru, and it just like accidental prime minister. It's kind of accidental thing. They carry on thinking that this name gives mileage. This name gives mileage. You ask children who is this Gandhi, they would say great grandchildren of Mahatma Gandhi. That impression goes to school kids. But by the time they become adults and are eligible to vote, these impressions will obviously cease to exist. Anyway, this incident, one should think they become scared of the, I am using the word from Bible, wrath of the Catholic bishops. W-R-A-T-H, wrath. Speaks about wrath of God. Bible speaks of wrath of God against Adam and Eve, who disobeyed God by eating the forbidden fruit. They invited the wrath of God, and the one of us, it's a biblical story. These two were scared of the wrath of the Catholic bishops. Of course, they should. They take advantage of the Catholic bishops, and take their votes. At least be afraid of the wrath. We shall meet again with some other thoughts. Till then, it's Namaste. Jai Bharat and Jai Sri Ram.